I don't know, man. I think you got me beat this week.
That's Kevin.
Man, I think you got me beat because I love me the Minions.
Hey, that new movie's coming out soon too.
Man, I tell you, it's weird. That's like my weird, like, people be like, which one of your favorite movies? I was like, probably Despicable Me and the Minions movies.
It's up there. It's definitely in the top 20.
You got to love it because it's Steve Carell. Anyways, welcome everybody to Z Comics Weekly. We're starting off with Minion talk. Apparently, that's a good way to start a show, right? Joey, check it in, as well as He Who Shall Not Be Named has joined us as well. Of course, we're going to talk all things nerd. If you guys want to jump in on the conversations, let us know. You can drop in your comments, say what's up to us, anything you guys want us to talk about. Of course, we are here to discuss all things, as there are many things to discuss. Troy, what's going on, man? How are you doing? Sorry, He Who Shall Not Be Named. How's it going?
Good, man. How about yourself?
Not bad, man. A lot of things been going on. Definitely a lot to consume as far as when it comes to this comic book world and some of our favorite superheroes and just many things for us to enjoy. Before we jumped on, man, I was just telling you right now some breaking news, and I guess it is confirmed, the passing of Ray Leota.
I know. He was in so many iconic movies.
I know. I was actually just real quick doing a quick search, and it's crazy because I don't think many people realize the catalog that this guy had. I mean, from TVs to movies to animated movies. I mean, this guy did it all, man. He had such an extensive career.
Yeah, I mean, all the way back. First time I remember him was Field of Dreams. So that's how old that is.
Now, look, I'm pulling it up right now on IMDb, and it says right there, Field of Dreams. There's
I think he was Shoeless Joe, right?
Yeah. Man, many of those that are wondering about what movie is that. This is back in the VHS days, by the way, you guys. You guys need to go look that up. I don't know what streaming service you would find that one on. So but man, it might be, right? It's a very unfortunate, man. He was young.
67, yeah. He didn't even hit 70.
I know, man. That's very unfortunate, man. But of course, we're just finding out right now, and of course, breaking news for a lot of us right now, the passing of Ray Liotta. Many remember him from Goodfellas. One movie I remember him from, and this is one of a movie that for some reason it's always on TV when you least expect it. Wild Hogs. Do you remember that movie?
Wow.
With John Travolta, Tim Allen, Martin Lawrence, and of course Ray Liotta played the bad guy in that movie. So
yeah, I think they filmed part of that in New Mexico, actually.
Yeah, they did. There's a lot of references to New Mexico in that one, so it's crazy. Remember how I told you the last week? Why are you always looking to the side?
Yeah,
I got people dancing in front of the door right now as we're talking right now.
You're in the fishbowl.
That's what I say. I feel like I'm in a zoo sometimes. They're just here and wave. Just don't pet the animals, okay? It doesn't work like that. Oh man, but of course, talking about that, Troy, by any chance, I'm gonna ask it. Did you get a chance to see Doctor Strange?
No, I did see. We watched a couple movies. I'm still trying to catch up. I'm so far behind, but I did get the opportunity to go see Top Gun early. We saw that in the IMAX down at Bassett.
So you jumped ahead of everybody.
Yeah, I got that opportunity. I was like, yes, I want to see it.
How did it go, man? What's your thoughts so far?
If you like the original, you're going to like this one too. It's a lot like the original. A lot more dogfights though. Some crazy jet scenes in there, and the new group of pilots they brought in. They're setting it up where they can do another Top Gun type movie with these guys. They worked really well together. The chemistry there was really good.
Yeah, Miles Teller is the standout star for me. I've been saying this for a while now. Miles Teller needs that role that I think is going to take him over the top. I thought it was going to be that for Fantastic Four for him, and it didn't work. But I think Miles Teller is just one role away from stardom, man. I mean, he's already a pretty big star, but that one role is going to just push him over the top to Tom Cruise level.
Yeah, it's uncanny how much he looks like the guy that played Goose also. I mean, because he plays his son in the movie. and he came on screen and with the mustache and everything. I was like, oh, I got chills. I was like, that looks just like Goose.
Some of the reviews and let me ask you, and I gotta ask you because I'm a crier whenever there's a sad, like, there's many people are saying in some of the reviews that this one gets you, that there's a few moments that make you cry.
I mean, there's a couple times I felt it welling up, but it wasn't enough to actually produce tears, but it caught you a little bit in the feels here and there.
Yeah, I know. The last time I think I cried in a movie was Endgame, and I mean, but then again, who didn't cry in Endgame at the end?
Yeah, I
Man.
didn't.
You
Last
didn't?
time I cried was I think the last time I cried was Green Mile.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that was
I'm about to cry thinking about it.
Oh man. Okay, Top Gun Maverick comes out this weekend, so we're giving it a thumbs up.
I'm giving it a definite 2 thumbs up. So yeah, it was. Yeah, like I said, if you like the original, you're going to like this one.
Man, I'm excited for that. The original came out early 90s? Was it early 90s or late 80s? I can't even remember.
This was the 40th anniversary, I think, wasn't it?
Man, 40th anniversary of Top Gun.
I just dated myself, so that's 80s,
like,
right?
You're making us all feel old right now.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, it was way back. I think I was either in high school or just getting out of high school when it came out. So it's old.
No, remember what we said. We're not old. We're what do you say, season? No, we said vintage. We're vintage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's funny because they even reference, because in the original Top Gun, they were all flying F-14s.
Yeah.
And that was the new hotness back then. F-14s were F-14 Tomcat. They're making fun of the F-14 Tomcats in this movie, but what is this old antiquated piece of crap?
They're like, oh, why would you do that? Like, what the hell? Just looked it up right now, Troy. We're about to be heartbroken. 1986, it came out. Yeah. I know. I'm like, you ready for the kicker? I wasn't even born when it came out.
Oh, no.
Just a few months. It was just a few months, and then I was born. So the movie's as old as I am. So, yeah.
So you just stuck the knife in and then twisted it.
Yeah, I know. 36. That's how old. I'm as old as Top Gun. That's. I'm gonna wear that with a sense of pride right there. So,
born in the same year.
Yeah, happy birthday to me and to Top Gun. We're there. So I'm excited, man. I think that is going to be the big movie of the summer, Top Gun. I mean, although we do got Thor: Love and Thunder, so that one's that's going to be a big one too. So,
did you see the newest trailer?
Yes, I did, and so many questions, man. Now I guess we can go ahead and break down Love and Thunder. So. Maybe you might know it a little bit better. I've been trying to kind of catch up on this. So, of course, the Lady Thor. There's a reason that there's a reason that she becomes Thor.
Yes, if they base it off the comic books, yes.
Yeah, and I don't. Would it be a spoiler? I mean, because it is in the comic, unless they're following. I mean, we don't know. We have the movie doesn't come out.
They do deviate from the comics here and there. So, I mean, if I talk about the comic, it's not a spoiler because we don't know that's what happens in the movie.
Yeah.
But I know a couple of those characters are in there. In the comic books, Nick Fury whispers in Thor's ear that Gore was right, and is Gore the God Butcher. He's going around and he's killing all these gods. And that big dinosaur-looking thing you see with him looking at it, that was actually one of the gods that Gore had killed already.
Oh, okay. So,
which is why you also see Zeus in there, because he's on the list of gods to be killed.
Yeah, I mean, we got that. I mean, seeing, of course, the hammer. The hammer is back, and seeing some of the powers that it has. I mean, we're just getting a glimpse of the trailer, so I don't know, man. I'm curious as to see what's gonna happen. But is this Chris Hemsworth's last movie with Thor?
They've been saying, that are they writing him out? So, man, I hope not, because he does such a good job as Thor, and like I said, they're letting him use his comedic side now, and it's
Yeah.
really working.
Man, and then the best part about it is we finally we get the answer. How did he go from Fat Thor from what did they call it? Dad bod Thor. They're from Dad bod
Yeah.
Thor to Thor.
Dad bod to God bod.
Hey man, I'm telling you, we can market that and we can probably turn it into like a 30-minute workout video. Go from
Well,
Dad
you
bod.
saw his hat, right? His hat said strongest Avenger on it.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, his little trucker hat. I believe it said strongest Avenger.
Oh my gosh.
Going back to the old with him and Hulk.
Yeah. And I'm assuming that we're gonna get a little bit of the Guardians of the Galaxy mixed up in this movie.
Well, yeah, they're in the trailer, so I
Yeah.
mean, because I think last time we saw him, he was hanging out with them.
Yeah.
And,
That's how they wrapped up Endgame, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think Star-Lord might be getting tired of him, so he's going to try to ditch him.
He's gonna kick him to the curb and be done with him. Yeah, Thor comes out this summer. It could be I don't know, man. I mean, we're getting halfway through the year that eventually we'll have to start talking about what's been the best movie in 2022 so far. So
that's a tough one,
especially when there's
so many coming out still.
Oh man, and you got to give it to Top Gun. Top Gun. I think it was supposed to come out during the pandemic. We were supposed to see this back in 2020, and now here we are. 2 years later. It's crazy to say that, but I think they may have positioned themselves well to be one of those top honors for 2022. One of the best movies in 2022.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't even seen Doctor Strange yet, so I can't even compare it to that one.
That's up there, man. It's up there.
Yeah.
So.
I think that's the next on the list. Either that one or the new Harry Potter movie I haven't seen yet. I'm way behind.
He says I'm way behind as he saw Top Gun Maverick before everybody. So,
well, except for that case.
I'm gonna get Joey watch this. I'm gonna go watch Top Gun, and then, hey, did you watch it? No, not yet. It hasn't come out yet.
Oh yeah.
Just a little flex right there. But no,
it was better on IMAX.
Oh man, I can only imagine. Thor: Love and Thunder comes out this summer. Top Gun Maverick comes out this weekend. Some great content for everybody to go and catch up with. So make sure you guys go and check that out. And as you guys are watching this, make sure you guys drop in on the comments. Let us know something you guys want us to talk about. Quite a few things to get to. Let's go ahead and get started with last week on the episode. You guys caught us talking about the lineup for Comic Con. So we got a really cool lineup. What's been going on with Las Cruces Comic Con, and any new details for us?
A lot more of the same. Trying to sell the booths and getting ready to do a big push for ticket sales. We're working on. I'm in talks to bring Luchador Wrestling in with those guys. I'm in talks with bringing Odd Lab in for their. What do they call it? Their circus experience type thing. Everything except the fire show. I don't think the convention center wants us doing a fire show inside.
And they heard that I'm going to be there. They were like, "What if Joey catches fire?"
It's a possibility. So,
I gotta ask. I gotta ask, boss lady. Does that fall under workman's comp if I try to do a stunt?
Is that covered?
Is that covered?
So we're trying to bring those guys
into a ball of fire. Isn't exactly under the coverage. So
no, that might push your TikTok over 1,000 though.
Bro, anything for the TikTok, man. If I got to catch fire, well, so be it.
Yeah.
I better not say that. Better not say that too loud. Jackie could hear and be like, "Oh, you just need to get caught on fire? Hold on, let me light you really quick."
Yeah, we're working on bringing those guys in. We might be getting another featured guest. And until I get the information on that one, I won't be able to announce him. But he's a pretty decent one. All right. We're working more on the entertainment part of it now, trying to keep people entertained while they're there. Mm-hmm. We don't want to just be a glorified flea market, where you just come in and look at stuff for sale and then leave. We want you to come in and have something to do the whole time you're in there, so you don't leave the convention center.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about this last week, with the, of course, the costume contest that you're going to be having having a lot of people out there that are going to be, you know, dressed up, and it's just really engaging with all that's going to be happening. I think that's going to be the exciting part about it, is because we're going to get ready to see a lot of people's skills when it comes to, costume design and getting everything ready for the weekend.
Yeah, no doubt. And we're working on getting some of the themed type cars set up outside on the sidewalk in front of the convention center and maybe around on the side. You've probably seen them around town, a lot of them that are, wrapped with Power Rangers or Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
We're getting some of the other themed type movie cars and stuff that'll be set up outside. So there'll be an attraction for people just driving by. They'll see all these cars and say, hey, what's going on in the convention center? And hopefully they'll pull in and grab a ticket.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, man. Of course, it's all happening in August. You got plenty of time. Get those tickets now, though, because if you wait till the last minute, you don't want to get left out. You want to make sure you get your tickets. And also for vendors out there, they want to make sure they get ahead of this, not waiting to the last minute, because space can run out.
Yeah. Like I said, Cruces is a smaller venue than El Paso, so we only have 60 some odd booths. When they're gone, I can't make the convention center bigger. So when they're gone, it's pretty much they're gone.
We tried that already. It doesn't work.
Well, they did make it bigger, just not as big as I would like it to be. But
I don't think Troy and I can work that fast to expand it even more. So, I mean, we can lay out a
rank. I don't think you like my workmanship either.
Yeah, I was like, are those nails supposed to be exposed? Like, what?
Yeah, I don't think mine will be up to code.
Duct tape isn't up to code, Troy? What's going on?
Duct tape and baling wire, and yeah.
Oh man, yeah, no, never mind, guys. Y'all don't want us to do any construction.
Yeah,
so
not a good idea.
They can get your tickets now, and they can go to the website, right, to get signed up and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, it's Las Cruces Comic Con.com, which will forward you to the .org site. The tickets are on there. Booth sales are on there. It's really easy, and there's a payment plan now for both tickets and booth sales. So if you want to get the whole family VIP tickets, you can do that with a payment plan, man. It's 25% down, and then you make payments to pay it off. You don't have to have it all at once. It won't hit your credit card so heavy.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, man, I think that's great, man, because I think oftentimes those artists and those vendors that want to be a part, they want to get their spot now and they want to start putting towards it. I think that's perfect for them to start working and then by the time the day comes, they're situated and ready to go.
Yeah, because you don't want that booth to be sold out from under you while you're trying to collect all that money to pay for the booth. So
yeah, and by the way, guys, you're getting a really good size booth. You're not getting like Troy mentioned a couple episodes. You're not back to back with each other, and you can't even get out of your chair and table. You're not squeezed together.
Yeah, I've seen them do that at a lot of events, and a lot of times I don't know what they're thinking. They'll put all the tables right next to each other, the whole line all the way down. So if you have to get up and go to the bathroom, you gotta like move your table out of the way and go through, or go behind everybody all the way down the line.
Yeah. Let me just crawl over your table. Let me jump over your table and crawl underneath it. Let's see how that works out.
Yeah. We don't do that. You get a 10 by 10 booth all to yourself.
You guys will be good. So make sure you guys go. And of course, links, we'll make sure we post those links. So you guys will see them all throughout socials, and that way you guys can connect. Troy, I do want to talk to you about something that came up the last couple of days. As a matter of fact, this actually happened, I believe, right after we finished last week's episode, and it was the whole issue with the Red Power Ranger. I don't know if you saw that whole issue.
Austin St. John.
Yes, Austin St. John got him some trouble, and then the Daily Mail reports about it, but they put the picture of the wrong Red Ranger on there. They put which would then be the second, the one that took over for Austin St. John.
Steve Cardenas?
Yeah, Steve. They put his photo attached to the story, and they thought it was him that was a part of those allegations.
Oops.
Yes. I saw that. Like, it literally all happened that day, and I'm like, why didn't this happen when we were on the show? Oh, but Daily Mail messes up and puts the wrong Red Ranger on the story.
Did they put the wrong name too, or just the wrong picture?
The wrong picture. So what they did is they put the picture from, and it looks like it was the suit from when they did the Power Rangers movie. So they have Austin St. And I don't know how they didn't catch this either. They have Austin St. John, and then they have Steve. And I'm like, you do realize they don't look the same, right? But that's how they published the story. They put the wrong Red Ranger on the story.
It's because that's a case of the journalist probably not being a Power Rangers fan and just typed in Red Power Ranger and grabbed the first picture that popped up.
I know it. They were like, wait, because then I started thinking, I was like, wait, was it all the Red Rangers that were a part of this? Like, was this a thing that was going on? Because then it just like it seemed. And so, yeah, you even had Jason David Frank who jumped to his defense and said, hey, don't worry. I think everybody know which Red Ranger is caught in these allegations that's going on. And I don't even remember what the allegations were, but just the fact that Daily Mail messed it up is not a really good deal.
Yeah, it was something to do with fraud from the PPP program. There were several people, I want to say there were just short of 20 people implicated in that, and he happened to be one of them. And one of his reps put out a little letter basically saying, hey, he really had nothing to do with this. It was all, some kind of misunderstanding or something. And, but he did get arrested, and he's going to have to go to court for this. So we're going to find out what's going to happen to Mr. St. John.
Yeah, I just found the picture right now. I went to Instagram. I got to make sure I'm careful because some of the language in the comments was not exactly the fairest, but there it is, the report.
Yeah, that's obviously not the same person. So
yeah, I was like, how do you mess that up? Steve Cardona's PR. You guys can go and check that out. And he looks to be doing fine, though. I mean, I think he's okay, but still, man, it's probably you probably should have got somebody to cover that story that was a Power Rangers fan.
Or, don't they have some kind of fact checker?
Something, man. I'm not understanding this. And we could talk more about this because I have this theory, man. I think they do this type of stuff to really gain traction. I think it's an accident that happens on purpose.
I hate to be cynical, but you might be right.
Well, think about it. I mean, because it caught my attention, right? And I'm just kind of, because I do follow a lot of these different Power Rangers from, back in the day on Instagram. But then you realize that the casual fan, because we've seen this often happen when it comes to reporting about a movie and they're playing the wrong, they put the wrong character in there. So is it by coincidence or is it,
Well, I mean, everybody's running that same story. So how do you stand out by running that same story? Oh, let's put the wrong picture in there so people will be talking about our story. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to say you might be right, but
it happens too often though, man. And
yeah, it does.
But you think about it, it's great publicity because what are they about to do next? I mean, and this is around the time that we're starting to hear rumors of a Power Rangers reunion. I don't know if you've heard this, that they're trying to put something together to get a lot of the cast members back to kind of do like we've seen with like Friends and some of these other shows where they kind of do a reunion to talk about, the show. So I'm wondering if this is what they're trying to do for publicity for that.
Yeah, I don't know. They've been talking about that reunion for a while. I'd love to see him get, well, I shouldn't say the original because there's been a couple of different Red Rangers. And I mean, there's no reason why they can't do it. It's still popular because look, they have their own cons, Power Morphicon.
Yeah.
Ranger Stop? There's a bunch of this Power Ranger centric events. So, I mean, the audience is there. You just got to give them the event.
Yeah. And anytime these Power Rangers pull up, I mean, you've even seen it here in town when the Go-Go Power Rangers show up, man, it's a good time, man. I mean, for those that haven't been out there, whenever Power Rangers show up to Zia Comics, it's a lot of fun, man. The Green Ranger was definitely a bucket list for me, man. And the chance to chat with him, I think was so cool, man. That's childhood right there.
Yeah. We're trying to get more of those guys in the store for signings. And in fact, JDF even he contacted me a while back. He wanted to see if he could stop in the next time he's through this area because they usually do one or two stores on a weekend.
Yeah,
to make it worth their while. So I told him, yeah, absolutely. Anytime he wants to stop in, I have a chair and table for him. Not a problem.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good guy too, man. For those that haven't checked, a really good guy, man. I mean, he takes his time with. I mean, he literally is that. everything that you see, like he is just the nicest guy. Like I'm like, am I talking to Tommy? Because you're just way too nice.
Yeah, he's all about the fans. He does anything he can to make the fans happy, and I mean it shows because they all absolutely love the guy.
Yeah, no, man, I tell you, I was so excited just to be able to have a couple minutes just to talk to him, man. That was a dream come true right there. I definitely got to brag to brothers and cousins that we all watched Power Rangers growing up. Be like, yeah, no big deal. Just me talking to the Green Ranger.
Me and JDF just hanging out.
Yeah, just hanging out, man. No, yeah, man, we just call each other, randomly. So, man, of course, Disney Plus continues to take our money, and I gotta ask you, did you get a chance to see Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers?
I did. That was I didn't. I'd already watched everything on the DVR, and I was just going through, and I was like, what do I want to watch? And I got to Disney Plus, and I saw the Rescue Rangers. They were not my favorite Disney afternoon cartoon. In fact, they were might have been my least favorite.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's nostalgia. Let's watch it. Dude, it was so good.
Thank you, man. I swear we were watching it. I'm like, and I have my son who's 7 months, and I'm like, okay. At one point, I'm like, dude, this ain't for you, man. This is for me. So yeah, he took a nap, and I finished the movie.
Lot of nostalgia, and they modernized it with all their problems, like with Monty having a cheese addiction.
Oh my gosh. Hey, and then one of them getting the 3D surgery.
Oh, the CGI surgery.
CGI surgery.
Yeah, and then Gadget and the Firefly.
Oh yes.
Hooking up and 40 kids.
Oh my gosh! And then the voice the whole time, all I could think was of Allstate.
Yeah, Dennis Haysbert.
Oh man, I was just like, wow, because he's never talked. And for those that grew up watching the cartoon, I mean, it was a fly on the wall. He didn't talk, but then he had the deepest voice.
It was kind of like Beaker on the Muppets. All you hear is like me, 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 me. And then to have that Dennis Haysbert voice.
Oh man! And then we got to talk about it, man. Ugly Sonic. We got Ugly Sonic.
So hard on that.
Yeah. Oh man, it was great. It was awesome. I was looking up, like, how did they manage to make that happen? Because obviously they did everything they could in their powers to make sure that this Sonic character disappeared. And it was the star of Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers.
He was pretty prominent.
Yeah. So
I can't wait for his FBI show to come out.
I know. And it was something I saw something where they said the only reason they were able to get away with this was because it was considered parody. And so they had to refer to him as Ugly Sonic throughout the whole movie. If you notice, he always say Ugly Sonic because it's considered parody, so they can't get sued.
Yeah. And I just love that they had them at cons. They were sitting at cons doing signings.
Oh my gosh. And then the whole bootleg thing was just it was great. It definitely was but you're right, man. I mean, Chip 'n Dale wasn't exactly like the top one. Because I mean, let's look. There was that. There was what else was there? There was Darwin Duck.
DuckTales.
Woo. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there was they kind of were third because for me it was I don't know. A lot of ducks, by the way. DuckTales was, I think, 1 or 2 behind Darwin Duck.
Tailspin. I think Tailspin was my top one.
Yeah, there was another one. That was a good. They didn't do a reference to Tailspin, did they?
I don't know. Well, I mean, Blue was in there. In Rescue Rangers, but I don't know if that was from the Disney movie or from Tailspin. He was in both. So
it was one of them. By the way, round of applause for Seth Rogen and having all his characters come together.
All in one screen. Doing that laugh.
Oh man, that is such an iconic laugh. Like, if you guys ever want to know a character, like, that's all you need is just his laugh. There's so many few characters, their voices, but for him, it's the laugh. And it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was.
And stay around on Rescue Rangers for the after credits or mid credits, where they want to call it.
I didn't see
did you watch it?
I didn't watch
Darkwing?
Oh, I did see it. I did see that. He said we need a live action movie.
Darkwing Duck. Dark.
Oh my gosh, man. No, go watch that Disney Plus. Disney Plus has a few tricks up their sleeve, and that one kind of caught me by surprise because that one could have went to theaters, I think.
It could have, but I'm glad it didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know how well
We got
it
to watch
done.
it.
Yeah. And like you said, Disney streaming is just killing it. Like, it's one hit after another. And I think tomorrow Obi-Wan drops.
Yes.
So there you go again. And then She-Hulk is coming.
See, I mean, they definitely know how to get us. And I'm glad I'm caught up as far as when it comes to, everything that's been going on. Yeah, Obi-Wan is coming. Oh, man, there's just, thank you guys for planning my weekend. I know what I'm going to be doing. So, yeah, Disney Plus continues to take our money.
Yep. I give
you.
it willingly.
For those that want to catch up with Zia Comics, Troy, or now who shall not be named, let them know how they can get in contact with Zia Comics and how they can follow you on the socials.
Yeah, we're all over the interwebs, man. We got Facebook, we got Instagram, we got Twitter, we got the YouTube, and we got, most importantly, the TikTok.
All righty. So
TikTok's taking over the world.
I know. I saw you updating the TikTok not too long ago. So, yeah, you guys you catch it up. I'm trying to as well, man, with my tens and tens of followers. Eventually, we will take over TikTok. Well, everybody, this has been another edition of Zia Comics Weekly, and we even budgeted for the audience this year. Budget going up. We got the audience. The audience is round of applause. Guys, remember, you can follow me, Hot103 on Facebook. Don't forget Hot103 LC on Instagram. Big Show on the FM on Instagram, and on TikTok, it's Joey on the FM. You guys can catch me there. And follow, like I said, my tens and tens of followers. You guys can follow me there. Guys, this has been another edition of Zia Comic Weekly. We'll see you guys next Thursday.
Later, nerds.